Hey, what is up, guys? Three's Awesome here. Welcome back to a brand new video. It is spooky season. I can consider September part a spooky season. That's we're entering the fall. The temperature is going to go down just a little bit. Just the perfect balance of hot and cold. It's going to be fucking beautiful. And it is beautiful around this time. So, this video, I'm going to be talking about Halloween Ends. I just rewatched the movie after not watching it for, I think the last time I watched it was when it came out, and I haven't watched it since. And I was surprisingly in the mood to watch it. And I'm going to give my thoughts on it because I'm pretty sure I've not expressed my hatred for this movie. At least, well, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. I still find this movie very, very just like, what the fuck? What did they do to this trilogy? Um, okay, let's break it down and do like this. These videos are not scripted, of course. I'm just going off the top of my head, enjoy the gameplay in the background. That's me playing Michael Myers. So here's my thoughts on the Halloween series, or at least the ones that matter. So let's look at the original Halloween movie. I love it, but I don't love it as much as everybody else. It's not my favorite Halloween movie. It's not even one of my favorite slashers because I don't find it to be a slasher movie. And it's one of those movies where, like, when I want to watch it, it's one of those occasions where I watch it once and then I'm done. I don't find the movie to be rewatchable. That's not to say that it's bad. It's a good movie. It's just one of those movies where it's like I acknowledge that it's good, and acknowledge that it's one of those movies that really push the genre forward, and it's one of those important movies, and it's everyone's number one favorite slasher, but it's not mine. I find the movie to be just a bit outdated in some areas. And then we get to Halloween 2018, which is was my personal favorite Halloween movie. I thought it was Michael's new look was great. The kills were brutal, even though you don't get to see them happen on screen, but you see the aftermath of them. I love the battle between Michael and Laurie. I love the Laurie house and how it's just this big old trap. I love 2018. That is my, or was, or maybe still is, my personal favorite Halloween movie. Then we get to Kills. Now, Kills is an absolute mess when it comes to writing and like character decisions, but that is my right now my current favorite Halloween movie of all time because it is the ultimate slasher film. There are 31 on-screen deaths, plus because there's also some kills that you don't see happen on screen, but you see the aftermath of them, and it's the ultimate slash movie. Michael Myers stepping out of the burning house and fighting the firefighters is one of those images that will forever live rent free in my head. Of course, it's a great look for Michael. I love his new look. You know, he's like half burnt, and James Jude Courtney just does an absolute magnificent job of bringing the shape to life. And now here we are. Halloween Ends, and I remember when Kills came out. There was a interview or something with Gordon Green, the director of all these movies, and he said that there was going to be a time jump now, and I say now because there was a point in time where they said these movies are going to take place all on the same night, and I thought that was going to be fucking beautiful and poetic, like, 40 years of absolute terror ends like in one night. He comes back to get like over like 90 fucking kills, but he finally gets killed at like as the sun rises on November 1st. I thought that was beautiful. Then I hear that there's this time jump. And I knew right from the get go, and I had an interaction with somebody on social media because they were kind of rightfully so, kind of like calling me out on like not having hopes for the movie, like just because of one article and a time jump not like being a determining factor of a film's quality. And I still believe that, but I knew that was just a red flag from back then. That this was a red flag, and I heard rumors that COVID was going to be intertwined with the movie, and I don't think it was. Even watching it now, I saw no references to COVID, nothing. I don't think COVID had anything to do with it, but there was this looming fear that COVID was going to be the thing that kills Michael, and which thankfully it's not the thing that killed Michael. But I guess you could say that there are theories out there that someone in Halloween Ends represents COVID, and something that metaphor was the thing that killed Michael. I don't really fucking know. The movie Halloween Ends, I just watched it, and like when I watched it for the first time, you guys should have been there. I fucking had such hatred towards this movie. It was unbelievable. I said it was the worst Halloween movie of all time. It's just so bad. There's nothing good about it. There might be some redeeming qualities. So here we are about a year later, and I've watched it. I've had this weird, just like thirst to like watch it. And while I still have many issues with the movie, I don't think it is as bad as claimed it to be. Now, that might be disappointing for some because I know a lot of you love. Oh, the people that I talk to, you love it when I rip on this movie. You love it. And here's to say that I may not rip it from time to time on areas that it deserves. I just find the movie like it has a strong, strong opening, first and maybe second act. The cold open with the kid falling from 3 stories and breaking his neck is the best opening to any Halloween movie. Period. It's shocking, it's brutal, and it's so funny too at the same time. Like there's like the dark humor in this trilogy is outstanding. I absolutely love it. And then I do like the Carrie or the Carrie. Well, I like Karen, if that's what I was thinking of. But I do like the character Corey. My only issue with him is that he was introduced in ends, and I think it would have been really amazing and would have helped this movie. And hindsight's 2020, right? They didn't have this character in mind. I think when making 2018, they were just making a 40th anniversary film and really wanted to make it as good as possible. They didn't have this character Corey in mind. But if Corey was introduced in Halloween 2018 throughout kills and then ends, I think Corey being in 2018, and we get to see like he would have been like a supporting character. He would kind of have been a background character, but it would have been interesting to see somebody since like 2018 like go on this road of madness. If you like it, I don't know how it would have worked back then. It's really hard to see, but him being introduced as maybe one of the main characters, not really much of a supporting character, probably would have done wonders for this film just to watch someone just go into madness. And I love the theme of the movie. I love what these movies were trying to do. I love Halloween Kills and how it's talking about a mob mentality and stuff, and how there's multiple different forms of evil, and like how Michael spreads that evil around, and like even if he's not there causing chaos, his infection is there in the town. And it's in this movie where like Michael Myers disappeared, so somebody or the town needed a new boogeyman. I love the messages the movie's trying to get through. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with a movie that has no Michael Myers in it, and it's just about the town going insane. I have no problem with that. I would love to see it. But it's just my issue is you introduce this character that is actually interesting, but you overshine Michael and Laurie's arc. And I don't care what they say in interviews where they say that they didn't have a final showdown once crossed their minds. That is complete bullshit. Because they did say somewhere these movies were taking place in one night. And how do you not have a final showdown in mind? The end all be all Laurie versus Michael Myers, 40 years of terror, or over 40 years at this point where this movie takes place, comes to an end. And their argument was we're just making a love story, and I'm fine with that. But like, it's just I see so much potential of the Corey character working. The idea that this character embraces what Michael saw when he was a little boy, when he was looking at his own reflection, when he was looking within himself. I like that idea. I'm not dissing on that. I'm just dissing that there is a lot of choices in this movie that I got to the end where they're like cremating Michael, and it's like, yes, there was an idea for a final showdown, because this ending right here, where they're like gonna put Michael in the metal grinder, and all the town's there, and the whole town is there watching this whole thing happen, and everyone that Michael has ever affected is there watching this, like his demise. It feels like a Halloween Kills ending rather than a Halloween Ends ending. So. Like if you watch Halloween Kills, and then like I don't know, if you do like some fan edit and you take like all the times Corey's killed somebody and you just like edit it in a way where you can just say Michael killed people, and then he gets thrown in the meat grinder, that could easily just be like what like I don't know, like some finale to Halloween Kills. It would have fit so much better. Like this whole movie is just like I feel like they threw a bunch of what ifs in there, and like they had so many different endings, so they're kind of like, fuck it, let's do all of them. And that's just where I have my issues with Halloween Ends. Is just there is a lot of good in the movie. There's a lot. I actually don't really mind Corey being one of the secondary killers and dressing up as Michael and killing people. It's just that I feel like the directors, whoever was writing this movie, everyone involved, well, they probably had some love and care intended when making this movie. I just feel like they were just dissing Michael the whole movie. He doesn't show up to the 40-minute mark. And when he does, in the whole runtime, he gets 3 kills. He kills who the hell does he kill? Actually, now that I think about it, he kills the cop. He kills one of the nurses that are fucking a doctor, and then he kills Corey. And it's just like he doesn't have a presence ish. Like you can feel the town is going insane because of Michael's influence, but him himself does not have a presence in this movie. And he's just kind of there just to get disrespected. His first kill, he had to have help from Corey. And his second kill, while it was badass, and then like moments after that, he's getting wrestled down by Corey, and Michael loses to Corey. And it's just insane to me the amount of choices they made in this movie. It is fucking bombastic. And there is some shit in this movie that I will shred to the end of time. But there's also moments in this movie that I will praise forever. It's one of those movies where I have such a I have such a complicated relationship with this movie. It's just like DBD. I fucking love the game Dead by Daylight, but I hate the community. It's like this movie. Like I hate some shit in it, but I fucking love some shit in it. I don't know. I'm really torn. So, what do I think is the worst Halloween movie? I think to break it down to you, I think the Rob Zombie series is definitely worse than this movie. I would say Halloween Resurrection is fucking worse than this movie. I don't think this movie is as bad as people say, but I will say it is the worst final chapter in any series. Period. It is just so disjointed from the rest of the series. It's so disjointed from the original film. It's so disjointed from 2018 and Kills and the original idea. As much as they like to say that this is the original idea, I call so much bullshit. But let me know what you guys think, guys. That's all I really have to say. Of course, there's more, but like, there's only so much I want to say without a script and let myself blabber on and on and on. I'm just gonna end it here, guys. The gameplay is coming to a close. Let me know what you guys think of Halloween Ends. What did you guys think of it? Let me know down below. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, click right here. Oh my God, I almost stole Jeremy Jones' outro. Guys, just just subscribe. Subscribe if you liked everything. You just like it. Love everything I do. Grow the channel. It's hot spooky season. Stay awesome.